Hey guys, Sound over here. So as I'm in the garage just working away a couple of things, I figured I might as well make a little video based on everything that's been happening with Hyliion so far. So what are we doing? Are we going to hold? We're going to sell? We're going to panic? We're going to leave? I think a lot of people that had high hopes, and rightfully so, are going to sell and leave and bash, which is absolutely fine. There's no reason for anybody to hold Hyliion for any reason other than sell based on news that we got. But you need to understand a couple of things that have happened with Hyliion so far, and not just with Hyliion, with the whole freight market. Basically, the whole freight market is at the lowest cost it's ever been. So if you're a shipper, if you're a broker, you're giving your loads at the lowest cost. I've been talking to some of the truckers. They deliver a load for a profit, and then they ship the load back basically at the cost of diesel because they want to go back home, they want to be with their family. They realize it's extremely difficult to make any sorts of money right now shipping loads. So it's the fact that you're breaking even on all of your loads, whether you're going or going back, just to stay afloat, just to pay your mortgage, just to pay your semi bills. It doesn't matter. The market is not in favor for the shippers and the carriers. Now that transpires to the point where logistics are also staying in afloat. As a matter of fact, a lot of the businesses are going bankrupt. So it is a dark time for the freight market. It is a dark time for the semis. It's just the reality that we have to face no matter what. Now, what does that mean for new technology? Well, we have mandates coming into 2027. Whether they're going to get implemented with the new with the presidential elections, they might flip completely, they might ease, they might be adopted in 2030, 2035. Who knows, right? As of right now, what we do know is the fleets are going to milk the whole system and wait till 2027 to implement 10% of their fleet to be BEVs, which I don't blame them. If I'm a fleet and I'm trying to just make my ends meet, why should I go buy a semi right now? 400,000, half a million, or $1 million for a fuel cell just to meet some sort of a mandate that's going to be implemented in 2027. Frankly, I wouldn't, to be honest. So I don't blame fleets for not trying to adopt Hyliion or even not trying to adopt Nikola or not trying to adopt fuel cell, because if you don't adopt something right now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter absolutely. So for Hyliion to recognize that and to pivot, and absolutely critical is to have something to pivot to, is what's going to give them longevity in the whole system. The fact of the matter is they have cash to keep on going for the next 7 years if the cash burn remains to be 40 million, which I don't think it will be, but maybe for next year, next 2 years, it'll be 40 million, which is absolutely fine. But if they can pivot to something that has potential in the future, which Karno is, there is potential to be in there. Now, switching to Karno, Karno is a whole new beast that you need to understand and have hope for. Now, if you were obviously like me who has hope, whether it's delusional or not, it doesn't matter, because I really do have hope in the management. Is the management that I invested in, is the management that gets shit on. And frankly, it's fine. It's absolutely fine, because in many of the eyes of the people, investors, they haven't proven anything. But in my eyes, they have proven. They had the most hardest obstacle to go through to meet the mandates. They had to take a raw product, get a carb certified, which nobody else had to do that other than Cummins. But Cummins has been in the game for 100 years. They had to take a raw product, get certified, go through all the winter testing, summer testing, give it to the clients. Clients used it, they tested it, they liked the product. But you know what? Hey, the product is too expensive. We cannot adopt it to the point where we got to adopt 10, 50, or 100. The interest rates are extremely high, so we can't adopt it to that point, and that is absolutely fine. Hyliion, had they remained where they were, they would have probably sold 50 ERX, 100 ERX, 150, 200. They would have floated around 100 to 300 ERXs, which is absolutely fine. But the point is, for Peterbilt to adopt them where the scale matters and profitability comes into effect, they need to have 1,000, 2,000 units, and that wasn't going to happen. It simply is not going to happen with this, with the way the market is right now. I'm not blaming the market, but that's not going to happen. So basically, Hyliion realized, you know what? We can have a cash burn of 140 million each year, but we're going to sell 200 units just to remain as Hyliion and please our investors, or we can cut the cord, turn around, save this technology in the future when legislation changes. Because you know what? A lot of things are changing on a dime, and easily ERX can come back into play in a year or 2 years where IP is ready, units are ready, and everything else is ready to go. So we can easily churn right now, go into something that with 40 million cash burn per year, we can reach profitability much quicker than ERX. ERX, we need to sell 3,000 to 5,000 ERXs a year to reach profitability. With Karno, we're aiming at a commercial generator business where generators are from 400,000 to 2 million. These are very expensive generators, and if proven to be what it needs to be, they can churn a profit within the next couple of years if they play their cards right. Now, obviously, we're going to wait what Hyliion has to say, how is everything going to be structured, whether you believe it or not. I don't blame you. But we need to have something granular so we understand where we're going, how much is it going to cost to produce this. Obviously, we need to expand our printers so we can print to the production level to match the quantity and match what the market needs to have. But that is the point with Hyliion, is it's always a moving pivot. And you need to understand is, as much as it sucks holding Hyliion right now, and obviously you're down and I'm down, everybody's down. There's nobody winning unless you're shorting a stock or you just happen to invest right now and you're up 3%. Kudos. Nobody's up on Hyliion right now. But whether you believe it or not, and I'm not trying to influence anybody to do so, you need to have hope and understand that the management has the right to pivot, and the pivot is the right move right now, whether you like it or not. We have to understand is we have Karno. Karno is going to go through all the processes that we need to do. We're going to give it to the clients, and that's the key thing, is understanding that the clients are there. Somebody wants this technology to be tested. Now, this might be a small player, or this might be regional or national player. We don't know. We'll see. We'll find out shortly, right? In a couple of months. But you need to understand that somebody wants this technology. And I posted a couple of things on Twitter regarding the flare gas, where when you extract raw natural gas, raw version, you need to go through all the processes to clear that gas, to clean that gas, whether it's wet natural gas, gas or raw natural gas. You need to clean it from the impurities and get it into the form where it's a commercial state, where you can use it into residential and the commercial use as a natural gas that we have right now. Karno eliminates that step because you can use all of those. You can use the natural gas with the impurities to convert it into electricity. Now, this is obviously on a very large scale, but the point matter is Karno is designed for such things to be used at. So let's see what Thomas Hyliion has to do. Let's see what Thomas Hyliion has to say, so we can sort of have some sort of granularity and have some sort of a check mark where we can keep him liable, right? That's basically what we need to do right now. So basically, if you want to hold. If you want to sell. I'm going to continue to hold. I sold at the news and I bought back at the lower cost just to break even to some point. Obviously, I'm at a loss right now, but I bought back where I sold, and we'll see what we can do. All right, guys. Cheers. More news coming up.